Now we're going to talk about giving your time. In the United States alone, over 62 million individuals volunteer every year, with the median spending approximately 50 hours a year supporting the work of nonprofits that they're passionate about. And just as with financial gifts, there are myriad different ways we can give our time. We can give our time in a large amount to work on one particular project or event, such as volunteering to build houses abroad for 1 week with your local church or temple or synagogue, or planning and hosting an educational technology hackathon. Literally, the galaxy of volunteering opportunities is limitless. There are ways we can give repeatedly through tutoring, being a docent in a national park, or visiting a hospice care center to keep someone company every week. Now there are even opportunities to give our time online, whether it's translating videos from the Khan Academy into another language or sharing feedback about social entrepreneurship projects on Ashoka. In addition to gifts of our time, we also have unique skills to give. A famous quote that I love from Aristotle captures this well. Where your talents and the needs of the world cross, therein lies your vocation. When we think about our giving, we should be looking to find where our skills overlap with critical needs. That is the sweet spot of your Venn diagram. That is the intersection point where the channeling of our philanthropic energies will yield the greatest impact. All of us, no matter our age, our background, where we live, where we've gone to school, have skills that we can bring to the table and incorporate into our giving portfolio. One good way to assess what skills we have to give is to start by looking at our professional skills. What skills have you developed through your career and how might they be used for good? There are certain skill sets that are a little more obvious as to how the skills might be applied. A lawyer, for example, may do pro bono work for a nonprofit in need of a legal counsel, or a social entrepreneur trying to navigate regulatory restrictions. A web developer might create a website for a group of activists seeking to share their voice online. There are other less apparent skills you might possess. Perhaps you have a certain expertise around project management or a particular topic like healthcare that a nonprofit might desperately need. Or perhaps you have experience working with children and would make an amazing tutor or mentor. Perhaps you have incredible softer skills through experience working on teams with other people. These skills could make you ideally suited to lead other volunteers in a park cleanup, a book drive, or responding to a natural disaster. Another approach is thinking through the personal passions and hobbies that we possess. How might you use interests and talents you have outside of your professional life to create good? For example, if you're a former college baseball player, you may volunteer as a coach for a local baseball team for underserved youth. If you're a nature aficionado, you could volunteer your time at a park or leading a scouting expedition. Think through what it is you like to do and even what you've used to be passionate about, but perhaps haven't done in quite some time. Use the next few minutes to jot down the various non-monetary resources, time and skills that you have. Be thorough. When you think you have run out of ideas, give it a couple more minutes to truly see if you've fleshed out your portfolio of resources. Think back to your college years. Think back to your 20s, your high school experience, growing up as a child. Think about your life holistically and historically. Think about what activities have brought you the greatest joy and excitement. Make sure to capture your tangible skills, but also these things like hobbies, interests, or your capacity for compassion.